Hey everybody, welcome to Magic or Tragic. Last night the Orlando Magic defeated the Brooklyn Nets 125 to 121. It was a very exciting game. The home crowd was really good Tuesday night. And already 4 games into the season, we've seen some things from the Magic we haven't seen in years. They're 3-1, which hasn't happened in a long time here. They just beat the Cavs, who had a 17-game winning streak, so they hadn't beat them in a few years. And we had 2 players score 40 points in the first 4 games of the season. Like, I don't remember the last time that's happened. Maybe you got to go back to, I don't know, maybe Shaq and the Penny days. So a lot of good things going on. In that Cleveland game, we dominated from beginning to end pretty much. Took a team's run, took their punch, and still won the game. Well, in this last game against Brooklyn, it was the opposite. We were fighting all game. We were down most of the game, like 7 to 10 points. And every time we cut the lead, Brooklyn would make another run. However, we fought, and at the end, we were able to pull it out at home, which is something, again, we're not used to seeing from our Magic team. Brooklyn is a tough matchup for us because, in my opinion, you hear me say this a lot, our weakness right now is the paint. We don't get easy buckets. It's hard for us to get post-up buckets, slashing buckets, layups. It's hard for us to get that consistently in the paint. We like to shoot the ball. And defensively, we're just not equipped yet. It's hard for us to stay in front of our man. And when opposing teams get in the paint, they're very successful. Brooklyn's style of play is inside out. Every player on their team, it seems like, they want to get into the paint. That's their first move, is I got to get inside into the paint. If it's not there, then I kick it out for 3. And last night, they were hitting their threes. Brooklyn is improved, I think, from last year. They definitely can put a lot of points on the board with that style of play because they've got the players to do it. I mean, it's easy to say, attack the paint and get easy buckets and whatnot, but you've got to have the players to actually do it, and Brooklyn has that. However, it was good to get Brooklyn's monkey off our back because they had beaten us 2 or 3 times straight as well. So great win for the Magic last night. Let's talk about the first quarter, and then second, third, fourth quarter, and then we're going to talk about Aaron Gordon, of course. First quarter, shots weren't falling, obviously. First, and actually the whole game, the shots were not falling for us. And when that happens, usually the Magic struggle. Usually the Magic lose. 2 things that happened for us while we were successful, though. We kept fighting on defense, and Vogel finally got our players to stop shooting and taking it to the hole. In the third, fourth quarters, Aaron Gordon's, Evan Fournier, Jonathan Simmons started doing that. In that third quarter, Jonathan Simmons saved us. He was getting to the free throw line. He shot 10 free throws. I thought that was very important. Also, Jonathan Isaac in the third quarter changed the game defensively just a little bit, gave us a little spark. Defensively is the reason why we won. We were a little more energetic, a little more active. I thought the home crowd had to do a lot with that coming down the stretch when we were making our run. Gave the team the energy that they needed. But this night was all about Aaron Gordon. Wow. Am I surprised he scored 41? A little bit. When Vucevic did it, I wasn't too surprised because most of that came from shooting, and then Vuce hit a lot of threes. But we know Vuce can shoot it. Aaron Gordon, I must admit, that caught me a little bit off guard. 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. I think he was 14 of 18. He is playing with so much confidence right now that, wow. Hopefully, as Magic fans, we're witnessing the beginning of this transition from, a player to an all-star player. We've watched Aaron Gordon from the beginning. We've all seen his tools, his athleticism. All Magic fans root for this guy, believe in this guy, because we see it in this guy. And last night, it came together for him. Now, do we expect Aaron Gordon to score 41 points every night? Not necessarily. However, if you've looked at his game from the preseason to now, it's been consistent in the fact that he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's attacking and he's shooting with confidence. And he's being his same active self on the boards, running up and down the floor, getting dunks and putbacks. Aaron Gordon looks like he wants to be the man of this team. He looks like he wants to be the guy to lead us into that next era of playoff basketball. He looks like he wants to be the face of his team. And I'm so happy for him. And I'm happy for Magic fans because he should be. We drafted him. He's got unique skills. He's got unique marketing ability with those skills. And he can ball. Like, he can ball out. Come on. Those 41 points last night, that was like watching Tracy McGrady or something like that. So real excited. We're all excited to see Aaron Gordon. And, wow, go Magic. This team definitely is nothing like we're used to. How many wins is that going to translate? That's the question. The East is very weak. They've got to keep gaining confidence from these wins. And even though the Magic have a lot of new players and, you know, they're still trying to piece things together, when Vogel goes into practice and he talks now, everyone's listening, believing, and, you know, it should be nothing but positives going forward. There's still a lot of work to do, I think, defensively. However, you know, I'm not asking for perfection. I'm just asking to see a difference on the floor, a difference in the way they play, in their style of play, and in their mentality of play. And we've seen a difference in all of that to begin the season for the Atlanta Magic. So, great win for the Magic. Evan Fournier, also props to him. Fournier stepped up in the second half, made some big buckets. Other than Simmons, it was Fournier who started to make a real effort to take the ball to the hole. And that was in the third quarter as well. And once that started happening, everyone started to make shots a little bit. Augustine started making shots. Vucci started making those little hook shots. And when they started making shots, the defense stayed the same, kept picking up its intensity. And that's why we're able to eventually pull the game out. It was a really exciting game to watch. And it was an ugly game. However, we won. And, you know, again, that's different for the Magic. They kept fighting. They didn't give up. And they needed everything from everybody. And they needed that crowd last night, too. I was happy to see the Magic fans be so into that game. It's like they knew. They feel like I do. They feel like there's a change in this team and they want to see it. And they want to believe in this team. And right now the team is helping us to do that. So hats off to everyone. I hope it continues. Next game is up against the San Antonio Spurs, I believe. So again, another test for the Magic. But I'm sure they're anxious to show their worth, and I'm anxious to see it. So thanks for listening. Please make sure you comment, like, or dislike. And please subscribe if you like the channel. And as always, go Magic.